Hi, I wanted to take a minute today to talk to you about your homeschooling goals. Um, homeschooling, statistically, kids who've been homeschooled do really, really well on SAT tests. Colleges are happy to admit them and sometimes colleges even recruit homeschooled kids. Kids who are homeschooled are more likely to participate in voting in their local governments. And just from my own experience, I've seen a lot of homeschool kids who are they're teenagers who are just really enjoyable to talk to and really good at babysitting my kids. And so I really appreciate that about homeschool kids. Homeschoolers, one of your goals for your homeschool might be that your kids have good character, or that they get to jump in and really study a particular field of work at an earlier age and be more immersed in that. There's lots of great homeschooling goals. And, some of those are goals I have for my kids. I want my kids to have great character. I want them to be involved in government. I want them to do really well academically and I want them to have learned a lot. All of those things. If they're going into a field in which they need college, of course, I want them to be recruited by colleges and get scholarships and do well in the SATs and everything. But in short, I want to say, as a believer, my main goal in homeschooling is not all of those things. And it's not even just a knowledge of God. My main goal in homeschooling is that I could fulfill what Scripture tells me to do in my parenting, to teach my kids what God has done for me and to teach them His Word and to do it daily, to have conversations with them. I want to fulfill the Great Commission within my house first. So the Great Commission is to go and make disciples of all the nations. And I want to start with those people that God has put in my own household and make them disciples of God. So I think as a Christian parent, as a believer, you need to not lose sight of your goals. Even write them down and prioritize them. What's most important to you? Now, I will say, this is important to say, you cannot make your children reach any of these goals. It's sort of their choice whether they're going to learn the information that you're setting in front of them. It's their choice whether they're going to take to heart the character lessons you provide. And it is their choice whether they choose to accept Christ and follow Him as adults. That said, my greatest hope, my greatest priority is that they would follow Christ. My second priority would be that they are people who have great character, incredible integrity and kindness, and the academics and knowledge are definitely on my list, but they're not the highest things. And so when you take those goals then and apply it, you have to apply it to your everyday teaching and in your curriculum choices and your read aloud choices and their choices about how you're going to spend your time and your choices about how you're going to handle a fight when everybody's supposed to be working on math, sometimes those opportunities when they're being really naughty are the chance to share the gospel. But if you're so focused on the academics and they got to get through this particular math lesson, then you're not going to take your opportunity to meet your highest goal. So short video today, but that is what I wanted to talk to you about, and want homeschoolers to think about. What are your priorities? What are your goals? What's the most important thing to you as you're teaching your kids